I'm wearing the same shirt as last video, but in a different color. Hi! If you saw my last video, you'll know that I have lived in Denver for about 3 years since I started university. It has been amazing. This city is great, and I want to talk about how much I love Denver. These last couple of years I've lived here have just been amazing, and I think that's in part due to just the city itself, and my feelings about living in the city. I know that Denver isn't perfect. No city is, but it's perfect to me. I grew up in South Dakota. I lived in the Springs for a little bit, and now I am here. So I know that 3 years isn't like a lot of time, especially since I've spent most of that time in university, but I feel like I just really like the city and I want to talk about it. So when I lived in South Dakota, I lived in a very, 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 very rural part of South Dakota, which, I mean, it was gorgeous. People there are great. Um, it's just kind of a lot of nothing. I feel like my time living in South Dakota absolutely shaped how I view living in the city now. I feel like it's a really important bit of context to give because I've met quite a few people who have lived in Denver their whole lives who really don't love the city or don't like the city, who want to get out of the city. And I totally understand that. I wanted to get out of where I grew up too. Like, that's a totally understandable, like, opinion to have, obviously. And of course, this video is just my opinion too. Today, I have for you a hashtag Jenny Nicholson YouTube friendly numbered list of all of the reasons why I think Denver is the greatest major city in America. Okay, numbered list of why Denver is like actually the best. Number one, I feel like I never see any bugs here. This feels like a very. I'm not good at the transitions. Sorry, I feel like I'm really taking a. I'm new. Okay, I'm new to this. It's my first day. Um, I feel like there aren't any bugs here. I feel like I rarely have issues. I mean, I'm terrified of bugs. I really am. I feel like I've really never had too big of an issue, if any, with like bugs in my apartments, bugs in my cars, bugs anywhere. The only time I've ever had to deal with bugs is at one of my jobs. In the spring, sometimes there are wasps, but like it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. And also, if that's the only thing I have to deal with all year, I will take it. That is fine. Number two, the weather here is really moderate. The winters are not so bitter cold most of the time. Summers aren't too intensely warm for the most part. And the springs and falls are just beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. It's never too much of one thing. There's so much sunshine, it's bright. It feels alive here. And I know that everyone says that like the weather in Denver is so bipolar, which I totally get. But also I feel like that's kind of everywhere. But I will say that yesterday we had a snow day and it snowed for like 2 days straight and everything was called off. And then today the high is 70. So, I can't say I don't get where people are coming from when they say that the weather in Colorado is bipolar. Number 3, this one ties into the last one for sure, but there are no natural disasters here. Like, that I have ever known or experienced. Other than like an occasional blizzard, maybe, there are no tornadoes, there are no hurricanes, there are no really anything of the sort where it's like, in other parts of the country where it's like, I don't have to worry about like evacuations. There are wildfires, certainly, around Colorado. That's a big one. But I'm really like, especially if you're in like the heart of Denver, I'm really not too worried about it. Number 4, everyone in Denver feels very friendly, especially like meeting new people, strangers, that sort of thing. I don't really feel like it's like a very rude city. Everyone is very friendly, everyone is very nice, everyone is very understanding, especially because I work in a customer service job. I really don't have too many issues with people here in Denver, like rarely if ever. Number 5, Denver has a lot to do and see. This also might be again, coming from the whole like I kind of used to live somewhere, it felt like nothing ever happened because nothing really did ever happen. But there are so many museums, parks, um, national parks. The mountains are right there. The views here are gorgeous. I can literally see the mountains from my apartment. Not from my apartment window. My apartment window looks out onto some concrete and the back of a building. But if I go stand on my front steps of my apartment, I can see the mountains. It's really gorgeous. It's beautiful. And I, it's really helpful because I always know which way west is, which is really helpful for me in my day to day, everyday life. I'm just constantly wondering, like, which way is west, and I just know. It's really great. Come move to Denver. Number 6. I feel like it's really not too expensive as far as big cities go. I'm not going to sit here and say that Denver is like the cheapest city in America because it is not. I pay so much for my apartment, but like this apartment compared to like what it would be in New York City or LA or even like Chicago, it really feels quite manageable. And it's not too big. It's not like the city isn't too big, the city isn't too small. And I don't think anything is more expensive here than anything in like my parents still live in the Midwest, and right now the whole thing is like gas prices. And I really don't see that the prices here are that much more expensive than they are in like the middle of nowhere, where you would think they would be so much cheaper. Food is like really not that much more expensive. Like compared to other major cities in the US, I feel like it really isn't too bad. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say that like Denver's cheap because it's not. But as far as living in a big city goes, I feel like manageable, certainly. Um, 7, I don't know if this counts, but I really like the university I go to. I go to Metropolitan State University of Denver, and I just really like that college. I just really like the university. It's not too expensive. Everyone is really helpful. Most of the people there I meet are really sweet and nice and helpful. And there's a lot of, I just really like my university. And I'm really grateful that I ended up there. So that is the end of my numbered list. Thank you so much for watching. Wait, I have another point. If you saw the title, you may be like, wait, we're missing something. Yeah. Where are you guys? Hey, where is everybody? Hey. Hey, where are you guys? Where is everybody? I am 20, so I'm not quite 21 yet. I feel like I turned 21 at the end of the summer, and I'm kind of banking on like when I'm 21, I'll be able to go to bars and clubs or whatever and like meet people. But I have such a hard time outside of the context of my college campus because I don't know how much that really like it counts obviously, but I don't think I don't know of very many places where like you can just go up and meet people. So somebody tell me where you guys are. Somebody let me know where you've all been hiding. Um cuz like even if I go on campus, everyone on my campus is like, they're there to like go study or like to go to class, and I don't want to like interrupt people when they're going to class, just randomly talk to them. And if somebody's like sitting there studying, I'm not going to like bother them. But if I feel like I want to go chill out on campus and maybe meet people, my immediate thing to do is just go sit on campus and like chill on my laptop and study or whatever. Then of course nobody's going to come up to me because I look like I'm studying and I don't want to be bothered, which is very considerate, thanks, but like come talk to me. Oh my god. I'm not a super online person. I really don't have Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I mean, obviously I have YouTube and I'm like posting on it. I feel like when I do interact with like the online space about this specific topic, it really feels like there are a lot of people about my age who kind of feel the same way of like I don't even know where to meet people. So, I guess the moral of this video is come move to Denver and then let me know about it so we can start a book club or like a chess club. Um, and also when you do move here, let me know because I am looking for a roommate. And now I'm going to read you a poem I wrote about Denver when I was 18. This is called Sidewalk Cracks. The day I moved into my first apartment, my 18th birthday, I vowed I would never take this city for granted. I sit at my windowsill, staring at the people going about their day, 21 stories below me, and pray that they too notice every detail, every sidewalk crack, every broken window, every pigeon and dog and soul that wanders this city. And every time I walk to class, to work, to the pizza place on 16th Street to get greasy fries when I'm hungover, I stare up at the clouds, the sky, the planes on their way to God knows where, knowing one day I might be God knows where too. And as I sit on my windowsill, even the parking garages have a sense of beauty to them. Written May 28th, 2024. Thank you.